Okay, so I haven't done a video really in a few days. And to be honest, it's been a little discouraging because the weather's been cold. We've been sleeping in the car and it's rained. And so anyway, stuff just happens. And honestly, sometimes all of us are working and it's really hard to get hands for the video. But we are putting up our primitive structure. This particular room is going to be something like 15 by 20. And we have sort of, if you can see how we've done this, this is like a put up sort of like a bushcraft reflector wall. But we are going to do some chinking and daubing in the cracks. And we have started our roof structure. And this is just primitive and temporary. All this ultimately, once we get a house built, will turn into firewood or whatever. But it's going to be our home more or less for this summer. So, yep, this is our primitive shelter, and we're going to have a few additions, and we're going to make it quite homey so that we're comfortable in it over the summer. So, say hi, Dad. Joe. Say hi. And then we're going to take the tent down, of course, and do something with the leveling the floor and all. There's a whole lot to be done. So anyway, I'll get back with you later. Bye-bye. Okay, hi everybody. This is Scott and Kim and Emily and Joseph from the Shire Homestead. And as you can see, we're going down the road and it's pouring down rain. And it's going to not be too bad cold tonight, but tomorrow it's going to rain, it's going to turn to snow. I think it's going to get down to what, 29 degrees tomorrow night. And then we're going to have a few days of really cold temps at night. It's going to clear off and get sunny even, but it's going to be really cold temps at night. Scott's still recovering from his chainsaw accident, but it's actually been really good. It healed really well. We slept in the car last night. I don't know, it's just, everything's just been really crazy. The good news is we've got our primitive first room is, our little room is 15 by 20 feet. And sounds like old Bessie's having a hard time here. So, but we've got the roof structure done. We've got 2 4-foot side walls done with log bushcraft style, and then a roof structure put up, and we're almost ready, just lacking a few poles and this and that to put the rubber roofing on the top. So we should have a shelter closed in pretty soon. And we absolutely hate, we call it bugging out to the hotel. It's kind of, you know, some people bug out to a camp. We bug out from our camp, which is kind of funny. But anyway, it's just going to get too cold and we're just still not prepared enough. So even though we hate it, we have to do it. So we've been averaging staying out there two to 3 days. We'd stay out there like 2 days, 1 night, or maybe 3 days and 2 nights. And we do pretty good, but then the weather, you know, I mean, March weather here is just so unpredictable. So we just got to keep this up until we get a shelter put in. Once we get the shelter put up and the wood stove in, I'm sure that we can manage one some way, somehow. But we're almost there. It is just really hard. But for right now, we're going to go back to the hotel. Hopefully we'll get some good video and content up while we're there. Just try to regroup. I haven't been able to get my computers online up there. The battery goes dead and we're not set up yet for the generators, so I can get back to the hotel and I can open up my computer and get a grip on finances and any bills or anything that needs to be paid. So here we go again, and we will talk to you in just a little bit. Bye-bye.
A little message to you folks on YouTube: when you are out in the woods doing things on your own, or even when you are with someone, you want to be sure and take your time to be careful. This is what happens when you rush and you're not careful. I was really fortunate. This is minor for a chainsaw accident, and I want you folks to realize that this is something that can happen to anyone that picks up tools. Not just a chainsaw, but an axe, a pair of lopping shears, anything like that that has a blade is very dangerous, and you should be very careful, especially if you're using it around other people. I was really fortunate that I didn't have to make a trip to the hospital. My daughter Emily is a very good person with first aid, as she treated my leg, and I was very fortunate that I didn't do any more damage to myself than I did. So what I'm trying to say is, don't be stupid like me and hurry through things. You have a time frame to get things done. Work adequately, but not stupidly. Okay, this is an example, and I just want everyone to remember that. Thank you.
Hey.
This is Kim and Scott. We're up here at the Shire Homestead. We're working on our primitive shelter. We're working on the gridding for the rubber roofing, and it's quite a chore.
Well, we actually did have to go back to the hotel. I guess we wouldn't have had to go back to the hotel. We kind of have this ethic, you know, we've got these 2 grown children and we've got 2 little dogs, which we are completely devoted to. And we have this ethic that we don't want them to suffer for any decisions we've made. So, our kids are about as tough as they come, but I think you're supposed to look there. I was wrong. But they're about as tough as they come, but you know, it was getting down. What was the night we left? We was going to get down to 30, and you know, it's just too cold to be out at night and whatnot. So we did go back to the hotel, and today we're actually up here together, and we left the kids at the hotel with the dogs. Emily's our main video electronic guru, so she's going to be working on that while she's up there, and we're up here trying to get the primitive shelter in line, and yeah, it's coming together.
Well, it's proven to be quite a task. We've got some rubber to go over the roofing. I'm not sure how that's going to go because it weighs a couple 100 pounds, and it's not exactly something you can just pick up and move around really easy.
Well, I'm thinking that once we get it lined up, I'm impressed with his pulley system, because he set up a pulley system to get that big log out of the woods. But anyway, I'm thinking that maybe we can hang on to it with a pulley and hoist it up. I'm hoping, because we're not going to lift it with sticks or manpower.
Well, you just don't have anything that heavy. If you put a broom under it, it'd break the handle or something like that. It's just pretty heavy.
So anyway, our hopes is we're going to have 3 workable days. The next 2 days are going to be a little warmer than today, because it's pretty cold today, and this is just really weird. So yeah, I'm having to hold the phone. So today we're up here by ourselves because it's a little colder, and but then the next 2 days we're gonna have the kids out here, and hopefully it'll be warmer, we can get more done. But yep, that's what we're doing right now, and we're getting closer to having a shelter. You know, building a little shelter for like a 1-man 2 or 3 night sleepover is one thing, but when you're building a shelter for 4 people and 2 dogs that you're gonna stay in all summer, it is a little bit more complex.
Yeah, you have to think about things, because you know you're going to get some weather and that kind of thing, and it's probably not done being cold yet, so we have to consider the heat. And, and there's just a lot more work going into it than just standing something up and throwing your sleeping bag in.
and we can't get anything organized because everything's just under tarps and plastic and whatnot. It's really hard to keep track of everything, but I think over the next few days we're going to be getting more progress done, and it's going to be making a little bit more sense. And once we have a place where we're like staying there and not running back and forth, I mean, we've had to bug out our camp I don't know how many times because of storms and whatnot. But once we get settled, we'll be able to get better content up and get the videos up better and everything. But we sure appreciate all the help from Idaho Hillbilly and Kitty have been updating you all, and they have been, you know, spreading the word about our endeavor, and we certainly appreciate all their help, and we certainly do appreciate all the kind words that are coming from all the comments. And I wish that I could get on there and like every comment and read every comment. It's just right now we're still in survival mode.
It takes us about an hour one way to go back to the hotel or back here, and it's just hard to do. And
the nights that we have been staying over that got down to like 35 to 40 or whatever, we've been sleeping in the car. One night we did stay at the hotel, but the whole night I was like getting caught up on laundry and stuff, and
she went there to rest, and
I went there to rest,
laundry, and
in like 48 hours I got like 4 hours sleep, and then the next night I slept in the car, which was like no sleep at all. So
yeah, you're up and down all night, you know, starting the car or using the bathroom, whatever, you know. So you don't get much rest when you're sleeping out in the car.
And so when we did go back, because we had a real cold and snowy wintry mix came in, so when we did go back, I actually did get some sleep over last night, and so it really helped a lot. But we're going to try to stay up to date with you guys, and we will get back with you shortly. So bye-bye.
See you later.
Hey guys, so so we came up here to work today, so we got the tent took down, we got the center pole put up, we got all the ridges done, and now we're heading out to go back to the hotel where we left the kids. And Emily's been working on videos today, but we made a lot of good progress. So I thought I would get some video of us walking out the trail. We have a shorter trail that comes out on another road that goes that way, so I might get that one too. It only really takes a few minutes to get to the road that way. So when we have loads, we come that direction. But so Scott is dragging plastic where it won't blow away, I think. But some of the trail that we walk to get out of here is pretty unique. Oh, he's covering up some stuff. Awesome. It'd be so nice to have some place to put things where you're not having to put it under plastic or tarps. This is our ridge poles for the rubber roofing, which is laying right there, and it is so heavy. We ordered this. It's like a 20 by 30 sheet. It was $500, and it was delivered pretty much in that same pile that you're looking at. It wasn't rolled up, it wasn't tied up or anything. They took it off the semi and dumped it on the back of Scott's truck, and doing some acrobatics there, dear. So it's like you spend so much time preparing and then preparing to quit. So anyway, but I wanted to get some video of us walking out the trail. So we go down this trail because it's the only place to pull the cars off the road. And so it's longer and it's up and downhill, so it's just really not convenient for carrying things in and out. Huh?
I said it goes from one end of the property to the other.
Yeah, it goes from one side to the other. But now, if you get in front of me, dear, I'm going to be getting your backside the whole way down.
I won't do that.
anyway, yeah, this is the walk out to the cars. But when we're gonna carry stuff up, it is closer the other way. We can't park cars out there because we don't have any like driveway or pull off or anything. So we park the cars down here, and if we have to unload something, we drive around the other side just long enough to unload. But going downhill, I should be getting in shape pretty good because some days I go up and down this hill like 4 times. Little step here. Look at this awesome tree here. It's like all gnarled and bent over. This is like an old forest. We call it the old forest because there's lots of rocks. You see the rocks? They're cool. Scott cut that tree the other day. I'm off the path. Okay, here. I'm paying attention to what I'm videotaping and I'm not watching the path. So anyway, yeah, this is downhill. It's not too bad going downhill. When you come uphill, it's like pant, pant, pant. It's beautiful though. I'm not going to chatter the whole way. It just destroy the scenery. I love this stump. Can you see that stump? That is so awesome. It's so beautiful. Whoever said moss grows on the north side of the trees was lying, Dad says. Anyway, I'm just going to be quiet and walk down through here so you can enjoy the scenery. Yeah, I love those stumps. Those are gorgeous.
Hello there, ladies and gents. Well, we've started putting the roof on top of the shelter. This is roofing rubber. I think that it said 20 mil when we bought it. We took down the tent and we're going to dig out the inside and make sure that it's level because there's a big lull in there, or you'd call it wallow. And this thing weighs about 300 pounds and we've been slowly trying to inch it over. We're just about to get it and I just wanted to give you a quick update. Okay, bye-bye.